Good evening, everyone. It is Monday evening, and I've already filmed my video for today, but I saw this video on Melissa Books. She's a booktuber, and it was a tag video, and I thought it was really cute, and I really liked this, so I was like, I'm going to tag myself, because that's how I do, and I am going to do this tag, and the tag is called, the New Year's resolution book tag, which is the whole reason why I'm doing these videos anyways. It's just part of my whole New Year's resolution, whatever. So let me get to the questions and I'll get started. Number one is an author you'd like to read that you've never read before. So for that one, I am picking Jules Verne. I went to the used bookstore with my kids and got Journey to the Center of the Earth for $5. It's hardcover, it looks brand new, and it has like a little tassel on the end, which is just thebomb.com. And I actually heard about this book on Babar, and I love Babar the elephant, and they had this whole episode where Jules Verne like traveled back in time, and they were like helping him with his getting back to where he was supposed to be coming from and stuff like that. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like it's really cute. So when I saw this, I was like, I gotta pick this book up. So I will be reading that one this year. And it's a classic. And like I said, classics are my thing. So I'm looking forward to reading that. Number two is a book I'd like to read. For me, that is The Giver. I started reading it in grammar school, but for some odd reason, I don't know what happened, I never finished it. And then I just fell into obscurity for years, and a friend of mine had it, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I've always wanted to read that book, and so he let me borrow it, and I actually need to give it back to him, because that was like years ago, no joke. And I do remember that it is his book, and I will be returning it to you as soon as I read it. But I am really excited about reading this book. Number one, just to get to finish it. Number two, I do remember really liking it as a kid. And then also, I know that they're having a movie coming out, and like I said, I always try to read books before the movies come out, and so I can sit and scorn when the movie comes out and it's not like the book. So anyways, so I'm looking forward to reading The Giver. It's by Lois Lowry, and it's also like a classic novel, even though it is for children, but it won the John Newbery Medal of Honor, so it's one of those kinds of books, and so I'm looking forward to reading that. Number three is name a classic that I'd like to read. I'd really like to read The Count of Monte Cristo this year. I have a couple of friends that have read it and they love it. And I saw the movie and I loved it. And so I'm really looking forward to reading the book. I don't have it right now. I meant to pick it up when I was at the used bookstore, but I'd already had too many books. And I was like, oh, I don't want my husband to kill me. So I didn't buy it. But I'm definitely going to go back and pick it up so I can read it this year. Number four is name a book that you'd like to reread. Okay, so I am doing something where I'm not rereading any books this year, so I'm probably not really going to reread this book this year, but I may just try to squeeze it in if I reach my quota for the year and I have some extra time. So that is The Stranger by Albert Camus. Please excuse the 1980s Culture Club cover, because I just do not know what this is about. But I read this in high school as a kid, and I really, really liked it, and I like rereading books that I read in high school and liked as an adult, to see if they have the same effect on me. So I will be rereading this, but I don't know that it will be this year, because I told myself I wouldn't reread any books this year. Even though I feel like this one doesn't count, because it was just such a long time ago that I read it, that it would almost be like reading it all over again. Whereas a lot of the books that I've reread, I've read them 2, 3, even 4 times. So anyways, moving right along. Number 5, name a book that you've had forever that you'd like to read. Okay, for me, it's The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. I have had this book for years, no joke. I bought it a long time ago at the used bookstore. I don't know how much it cost. $5, okay? It's really cool, too. It has, like, that kind of frayed edges and whatever. But I bought it years ago, like, lost it or misplaced it, and I've just never gotten around to reading it. So I'm definitely going to read it this year, because it is a classic, and I do want to read it. So yeah, that's my book for number 5. Number 6 is name a big book that you'd like to read. I'd like to read, although I don't know that I'm going to get through it this year, is Les Mis. I started it and really liked it, but just didn't finish it. I have it on my Nook. I don't have it in book form. And I really liked it, but it's just not one of those books that you're just going to sit down and polish off in a couple of days. Like, it's a heavy read. It has a lot of kind of weighty topics in it, and so it's something that you kind of have to absorb, and you just can't just breeze through that book. And it's really long. It's like 1,200 pages on the Nook, so I'm definitely going to have a difficult time with that one. And so I don't know that I'll get to it this year because I do have a reading goal this year and I do want to meet my reading goal. And it's such a long book that I don't know that I will get to it this year. I might have it be just one of those books that I just pick up every so often and read a chapter here and there as I'm reading other books because I just don't know that I could get through it this year. So yeah. Number 7 is an author you previously read and want to read more of. And for that, I am going to pick Zora Neale Hurston. I finished Their Eyes Are Watching God, and oh my god, I am like in love with this book. You see I have all these little tags in it, and these aren't even all the tags. I still have like way more tags to make. This book is amazing, and it made me want to read more of her stuff. And I'm actually going to do a review of just this book now that I've actually read it, because I did a review, but I was only like not even halfway through it, and so now I can do a review of the whole book, and this is definitely going to become one of my personal favorites, a book that I probably read over and over and over again, because it's just that good. Like, it's just that good. If you haven't read it, you need to read that book, because it is wonderful. Number 8, a book you got for Christmas that you would like to read. I did not get any books for Christmas. My husband's Christmas gift to me was the trip to Vegas that we took. So, I didn't get any books for Christmas, but I did get a book around Christmas time that I do want to read, and it is Amy Tan, The Valley of Amazement. I am a super huge Amy Tan fan. I have read every single solitary one of her novels, and so I am really, really excited. When I saw this, I was like, I'm getting it. I don't care how much it costs. I'm getting this book because I'm a super huge Amy Tan fan, and so I am so excited to read this book, and I'm really surprised that I've had it this long and haven't read it yet, because I was just so excited about reading this book, but I had so many other books ahead of it, and, you know, I kind of wanted to get through them. Number 9, a series you want to start reading, like read and finish. For me, that is the Fairyland series. I don't have the book with me right now. I ordered it on Amazon for like $2 or like $5 or something like that, hardcover. So yay for used books, and it's on its way. And Bookish and Nerdy was actually the one who I saw the book on her channel, and it just looks so interesting that I was like, I have got to pick that book up. It sounds really cool. So hopefully I like it, and it'll make me want to read the rest of the series, because I'm not super into young adult books. I'm an adult, so and I'm not a young one at that. So I'm not super into young adult books. I don't necessarily want to do that, but it sounds like such an interesting story. And the first book is the girl who circumnavigated Fairyland in a ship of her own making. So doesn't that sound like really cool? So anyways, and it's got like this dragon on the cover. It looks really cool. So I'm excited about that book coming in, and hoping that I really like it, and it makes me want to continue to read the other books. That was number 9. Number 10, a series I want to finish that I've already started. For me, that will be the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I've read The Fellowship of the Ring, and I want to read The Two Towers and The Return of the King this year. I don't have them. I need to get them, but I definitely want to do that this year. Number 11 is, do you set reading goals? If so, how many books do you want to read in 2014? So my reading goal for this year, as everybody knows, was a book a month. I'm already at 3 books, which is really cool. But my reading goal for the year is, at least on Goodreads, is 20 books. So I'd like to read at least 2 books a month, or 20 books this year. Hopefully I can do it. And then number 12 is, do I have any other reading goals? Not to reread anything this year. So I want every book that I read to be a book that I haven't read before, because I am the kind of person that will read a book over and over and over again. So that's my reading goal, is to read all new books, not to reread anything. So there it is. I finished the tag. This video is 9 minutes long. Damn, I talk a lot. But I really like this tag, and I thought it was super cute. So yeah, there it is. So Christina, tag you're it. You should do this tag because it's cute. And I will put links down at the bottom to the channels that I mentioned. So you can go and check them out and subscribe and whatnot. So anyways, happy reading. Talk to you guys later. Bye.